Welcome to the LiteraryScape Podcast, the only podcast that serves both readers and authors of historical Christian romance. We read, discuss, review, and rate books in this unique romance subgenre, and sprinkle in a few contemporary Christian suspense books. Authors, we bring you inside tips and tricks from those who have gone before you. Then we bring both readers and authors together for fun-filled live Q&As. LiteraryScape is the one-stop shop for both readers and authors to connect, learn, and grow together. Let's dive into this adventurous episode.
Murder, faith, and forbidden love collide in the gripping Wild West romance. Dr. James McPherson never expected his latest patient would steal his heart, but Madeline Flynn, survivor of the unspeakable tragedy, awakens something in the bounty hunter's soul. As he tends to her wounds, James vows to shield her from the murderer stalking her family. As their attraction deepens, dark secrets threaten everything they hold dear. When their pasts violently collide and Madeline is torn from his grasp, both must trust in God's plan to find their way back to each other. With a killer's shadow looming and their faith tested, Madeline and James must decide if love is worth the risk and if God's grace is enough to overcome the demons that haunt them. Will faith and love be enough to outrun the shadows of their past, or will the killer hunting Madeline destroy their chance at happiness forever?
Ooh, I was waiting for your ooh.
Yes.
Hey,
This
hold
one is
up
intense.
your cover. All right, so that is the limited edition cover, and then this one is the normal cover, which I forgot to mention when we talked about book one, that the girls on book 1 and 2 here
Mm-hmm.
are the daughters of one of my friends from work,
Oh.
and then her third daughter will be on book 5. But here's the thing that happened. So her
Mhm.
daughter's name is Clara, and the
Oh.
main character in this one is Claire.
Uh-huh.
And this happened while I was talking to her and I was like laying out the series. And then this is her daughter Madeline,
Oh.
which is the name
Name
of
of the
mine.
cat-
And then she has a daughter named Lena, and I have a character named Lena. And I go,
How
I
did that
never
happen?
even put the two together. So then I was like, your girls are young and beautiful. They need to be on my cover.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
they were gracious to come dress up and
Aw.
take photos.
How
and
neat.
so yeah, so once we get book 5 out, we'll have all three of the doll girls on the
Aw.
cover. So
That's a cute
I
little
forgot about
tidbit.
saying that. So
This is my
anyways,
favorite cover, though. I'm always like, oh.
that is probably my new favorite too.
Yeah, I love it.
But I also have had readers say like this one is their favorite
Yeah.
so far. So I think Nikki does an excellent job
Mm-hmm.
creating. Again, that's our cousin, and her and I are starting a podcast that's going to launch, I think, in February. Just giving the author illustrator perspective because she's
Nice.
been illustrating for like 20 some years now.
Oh, wow.
Anyways, okay, this
Mhm.
is funny. I'm sad that Jessica had to leave us because
Now it's just me.
well,
talk
not
about your
just
book.
that. That's okay. But I feel like, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, she's comfortable with my romance level in book 1.
Yeah. Maybe not in book 2.
I really think there was only like one real
I think you did
saucy.
really good. Like, it's not,
It's clean.
it's very clean. It's very, and it's not as intense as Jessica makes it seem sometimes.
I know.
You know what I mean?
I know, but
So-
that girl cannot handle high romance
No.
whatsoever. I think she just gets really embarrassed.
Yeah. We just like teasing her about
Oh, I love to tease her about it. But that scene, I wanted in there because I couldn't do a lot of high romance between
it. Mm-hmm.
Madeline and James because of her condition and recent abuse, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can't, a woman who goes through that is not going to just be like ready for a lot of romance, you know?
Right.
So,
I thought you did really well with that.
do you think that's
Yeah.
a struggle to write? And I
It's
know
it's
Yeah.
very
that's sensitive.
sensitive. Yeah. Subject.
Yeah, and you don't want to downplay it and you don't want to overplay it. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? It's
Yeah. You did a great job.
rough. But
addressing it, and it was, and how to make that situation, to how to kind of turn it around into God's plan. You did really well with that.
thank you. Yeah, those are tricky. But I had a really hard time too being like super evil like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I could see that.
It's hard to like, okay, but it has to happen. Unfortunately, it has to
Yeah.
happen for this redemption to happen. So
I was gonna say, where did you get your evilness from in the book?
I don't know. So like I've never liked Thomas Belange from the get-go because you know he shows up in book 1 because that's Claire and Lionel's uncle, and I just never liked him, and I just every time I went back to him I thought, no, he is like filthy evil. Like he is evil. And so yeah,
Yeah.
he just kind of came out really bad. Okay, so I will say at the end of book 1, I had readers who wanted me to kill 2 characters. They were like, "Please tell me you're killing them." Like he was one of them.
Yeah.
People didn't like him. So even more so in book 2, I think.
They wanted him gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. After that, I did too. Like,
Yeah. So I have to ask about. Well, can I go back to the romance, the high romance scene I did with Brody
I'm trying
and
to
Claire?
find it because I'm.
I also feel like it's totally appropriate too because they're married, right? And they want to have a baby so bad. But she's yet to get pregnant. But at the end, like when James comes in like whistling and is like, "Hey, heads up. People are riding in from the range," kind of thing. And like she's all embarrassed and he's like completely relaxed and she's like, "They're gonna know what we were doing," and he's like, "No big deal." And he says, I think the way I wrote it is he's like, "Everybody knows that we have sex," and she was like, "Oh my word, what?" And he's like, "Yeah, we're married. That's what married people do."
Yeah.
I kid you not. That is a conversation that Derek and I have had, like almost word for word, because I was like, women don't.
Yeah, it says, "Ain't nothing to be embarrassed about. Brody, we were, you know." "Oh, I know, sweetheart." He looked at her with that charming smile and had her swooning again. "Like I said, ain't nothing to be embarrassed about. God's word says we are to cleave on to one another and become one." And then he nuzzled her neck. And then, "What we just experienced in each other's arms was a gift from God for man and wife. Ain't nothing to be ashamed about. But the others are aware."
Yes,
I could just see it.
Everybody knows.
Honey, everyone knows. We're married. Everyone knows married people have relations.
That's right. I said relations.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. So.
But I feel like there was a part too where a junior chimed in. He was talking about the rules when there wasn't just a lot of rules when just men living on the ranch. You know, he was talking about, and then something that he always says sparkin'.
Yeah.
And I love that part about him.
Oh yeah. Did he say like Paul was sparking Ma or something in the barn or something like that? Yeah. Yes, and then there's another scene later on with Junior where he's like, she's reminding him that his manners, and he's like, and not peeing on the post, I think was one of them. And he makes a comment like, "Oh, weren't so many rules when there were no women on the ranch,
now
right?
we're in mixed company." Like, it's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love
him.
Junior. I love him. What do you think about Danny, Madeline's brother? So we knew a little bit about them from book 1.
I felt like he was the deaf child. So him and Madeline have their own, I think bond there and everything that she was trying to protect him because of Thomas. But I love how he comes to the ranch and that he's protected, and then he becomes kind of part of the family. And actually, I feel like gets to be a little boy and gets to be a cowboy. And I love all the things that the brothers, James got him the cowboy hat. I love that scene where they're just Madeline doesn't have to be the one sticking up for him anymore.
Yeah.
Because I feel like everybody thought they were mother-son.
They
For,
did.
yeah, for a while. And so for him to be a kid, I think was good.
What did you think about Mrs. Wilmot?
Ugh. I wanted to smack that lady when you introduced her in the story. No. But it's like, really?
But like back then, a lot of those
There are
people just
still
got
people
put
like
into
that.
asylums because they're like,
Yeah.
oh, they're possessed, or you know.
And there's still people that don't understand disabilities and are just, I don't know. I like to say uncultured, but
Yeah,
or they just, I don't.
she will.
But I
show
love
up again.
how, yes, I love how they kind of stand. They do stand up for her, and
Yeah,
I love that scene.
yeah, I do too. But I love anytime I can make the men take a firm stance in a protective stance. I absolutely love it. So, and there's some danger. Poor Danny. She protected him, and then there becomes a time when she can't. We won't go there, but
Yeah, I'm like, how do I say it without?
Yeah. There's an incident, and unfortunately, he got caught in the crossfires there. So, and what did you think? Okay, there ends up becoming a trio of boys on the ranch that are like just stair-stepped in age, because Danny's older than Junior, and then we have another one that comes in that's
it's hard to say without.
So we can't say, but we can say there's a trio of boys. What do you think about that trio of boys?
That I mean, that definitely surprised me.
Did it?
When you introduced all that? I was like,
shocking.
Yeah, Melissa. And again, on the wedding, like,
I know
Melissa likes to like lure you in. You think everything's, from the bad is like finally calming down, and we're gonna get like a happy story, and and then, boom, baby.
I know.
Like, oh yeah, that whole scene. I was like, oh my gosh, no, I know, like, you can't go through with this, but then he does, and
I had editors, proofreaders, and readers when they hit that part of the story sending me messages.
I remember you saying that, so and I told you earlier, like, I was worried because Gramps is throughout the story, so I was really, really worried something was going to happen to Gramps.
Yeah.
And so then when I wasn't expecting that when we get to the wedding scene, and I was worried about Gramps, in the back of my mind. Melissa's going to kill off Gramps or something.
No, I love Gramps.
Because of that, you said your friend didn't want to read it. But then you did that, and I was like, oh, okay, I understand. I understand where her friend was coming from.
Yeah. I mean, literally, I got a text from my proofreader, and she was like, oh, no, you did not. I started laughing, and I told Derek, I know right where she's at in this story.
I was like, Melissa. And so what's funny is I started this book on a Sunday in the middle of the day, and I stayed up till like midnight because I had to go to my niece's play, and I was so like, I really wanted to watch her, but I also was in the middle of your book, so I had to stop at a point, and it was right after that scene, and I was like, oh, okay, I gotta focus for a little bit. Then I came home, and Hans is like, it's like almost 9. Are you gonna go to bed? And I'm like, I have to finish this book where it's going. So
that's so sweet of you.
So I texted you, I think, the next day because I didn't want to text you that late at night. Like, Melissa, what were you thinking? I love how you pulled it all back together and made it into God's plan, but
okay. So,
still, it was a little rough.
It is
to read that other part too, because
I was gonna say, what about that other relationship that starts to develop? Did that make you go, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because that character also had done that with Claire.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, what's going on with this guy? Like, maybe this is how. And I was like, no, she can't do that. But then you did that, and I was like, Melissa,
I
where's
know.
this going?
I really, really threw people quite a bit.
Yeah,
Quite a few curveballs in this one.
you did. You did.
And I promise that character and his
He will get a
two
good
friends will
story.
get their own
Okay.
series.
I liked how you explained it, though, at the end with
mhm.
him and how he was just trying to do right by
Yeah.
her. I love that you explained that
Mhm.
and that they have that friendship now.
Yeah.
But
I think that if I had allowed that to go, that would have turned into almost like a what is that? Love Comes Softly
mhm,
kind of storyline. But
which is what I thought was going to happen with.
yeah. With the yeah,
Yeah.
I know. So, but what did you think about Tom shooting at James? You remember that? Remember James is like distraught and there's no hope. I'm done. And then
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
I was thinking about Thomas and I was like,
Oh,
where? What? What? No, but yeah, when you get your act together.
I know.
I love it. Next time I won't miss or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like, and Tom never
I
misses.
normally don't give warning shots or something.
Yeah.
So,
What did you think? Because there were some scenes.
but Jesse kind of did that with him too. Like, hey, you needed to step up.
Yeah.
So I did. Like,
Yeah. I know.
But
I
yeah.
know, right?
Yeah.
We were waiting on you and you didn't come around. And
Yeah.
yeah. Well, there were our scenes in Tom's point of view.
Mm-hmm.
In this, what were your thoughts on him?
He's an interesting character. I can't wait for his story too because I want to know his backstory. Like, why is he the way he is? Because he's just kind of take charge, no nonsense. Like,
And you
in
know
that saloon,
yeah,
I was like, oh, we are not messing with you.
that's right. And then I kind of get the vapors.
Yeah.
Like, oh, yeah. He's the guy I want in my corner.
Yeah.
For sure. But then when he's interrogating the one in that little cabin. Did that bring up any? Remember how he goes, "Look at my face," and the guy like blanches because he recognizes him.
No.
Oh. And then Tom in his head is going, "Okay, so my reputation still stands."
Oh.
Not that he's like thrilled, but he uses it to his advantage. So you'll learn all about
More
that in
about
book
that.
3.
Okay,
He's coming up in book 3.
I mean, I just thought he was being intimidating. So, but I knew there had to be some
Oh.
kind of a good backstory.
I think I put a little line in there
Yeah, with it. Yeah, with the way you wrote him in
Mhm.
some of those scenes.
But one of the things I'm finding is so many people were like, there's so many twists and turns in this one that I think, how do I
Outdo yourself.
do that in the next one? I think I will bring some shock and awe.
I think you did it in both books very well.
Okay.
Very well.
I actually really enjoy throwing in these like, what
Right,
moments? Like,
what?
what? I never saw that coming.
Yeah, because you really, I mean, you knew everybody has a past, but like
Yeah.
to have it just like, boom.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
But that happens, which is,
It's true. It's true.
and I kind of wanted to show like, so a lot of in book 2 is, I wanted to show 2 perspectives. One is because I hear this all the time, like, but I believe in Jesus now, but yet life isn't any easier, and I still am suffering, right? Or whatever. You hear that a lot. So I really just wanted to drive home the truth that he washes away our sin, but he does not remove the consequences, because it's walking through the consequences of those sins that refines us, right? It's not fun, but when we've come to him and we're leaning on him, he gets us through it, but he also makes us so much better on the other end. And when we're on the other end, we can turn around and we see all these other people slogging through the same thing that we can then minister to, because we're like, hey, been there, done that, right? So I wanted to show that, but then I also wanted to show that how our sins can hurt others and sometimes cause unintended consequences for them.
Definitely.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So that was what I was trying to get across. that scene with Brody and James talking when things are pretty rough,
Mm-hmm.
that was like a
Yeah.
jerking scene for me. So, but I was just trying to. I love Brody's steady hand, though. Like, he's such a good friend for
Yeah.
James, having them grow up together. But, anyways, any other thoughts on that one?
You did such a good job.
Thank
I loved
you.
it.
Thank
I
you.
can't wait for the next one.
You know
Who
what?
is the next one?
It'll be next year, but
Who-
I'm hoping
who-
early next year.
Who is
to
it?
Get that out. Oh, who is it? I'm sorry.
Mhm.
The next one is Tom and Bethany. So I always
Okay, that's
I
right.
always like to put the
little bit.
next book, whoever the bounty brother is for the next book, I like to put his POV, some of his POV in the book before. Does that make sense? To kind of introduce them to the readers. So
I'm excited.
because you meet Bethany in book 2.
A little bit.
A little bit, yeah. She's the new pastor's daughter. So
Mhm.
it'll be great. All right, it's just you. So
All
you ready?
right.
Ready for the levels?
Ready.
Let's start with mystery level.
Mystery level. Gonna go mocha.
I forgot to ask you. Were you shocked who the person was?
Yes,
that
that's
was
why I was
stalking?
going through the mocha because it's always in the back of your mind. Like, who is this person? Like, it seemed like there was a group or something behind it.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, that's why I did mocha, because it wasn't like in your face, but it was always looming.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then little hints get dropped that make you go, what?
Right.
I had so many readers too say, I never saw that person coming.
Yeah.
And then I had one reader go, can we hear a little bit more and wrap him up a little bit more? I'm like, yes. In book 3, we will
Wrap him up.
wrap
Okay,
him
good.
up. Okay. So we did mystery, right? So inspiration?
Inspiration. I'm gonna go mocha too, because it's there
Yeah.
throughout. It's not in your face, but it's there, and you
It's
do
there.
a great job with it.
How about the drama?
I feel like there's a lot of drama. I'm gonna do a latte.
Oh my word, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
You need to read it to find out.
I have to ask
because I don't want to give it away.
There's a lot of drama around a certain character too
Mm-hmm.
that I introduce in a very like kind of way.
Mm-hmm.
Did you end up in the end like feeling sorry for them? Feeling some compassion towards them?
Yes and no.
Okay.
Because
It's really hard to introduce a character like that, like claws out kind of character.
you did
and
very
then-
well at making that character with their redemption
Mhm.
and their coming to Jesus. I love that part about it. The other part, it's hard to say without like giving
know,
away,
I
because
know.
I feel for the
Yeah.
children that were left behind. Like,
Yeah.
so that was hard for me, but it was
Mhm.
also like, but it was also kind of that, the consequence. I can't talk. Consequences of your sins in the past.
Yeah.
Coming
Mhm.
back. So, yeah, that was a tough one.
Yeah.
Like I said, yes and no for
Yeah.
that character because of those reasons.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
It
It'll
does.
make sense when you read it.
It will make sense once you read it. That's
Because
totally
I do
true.
not want to give it away.
I
Because
know.
it's
I know. I forgot to ask you, did you enjoy the turkey hunting
yes,
scene?
I did.
Okay.
That was cute with the voice.
I
Yeah.
loved it. I was like,
Yeah.
I gotta get some humor in here because we were at a point in the story where it was pretty heavy.
Yeah.
So
No,
okay.
you did a good job.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
We need some.
I would have
tension
teased
break.
Jessica more about that if she was here, but
Oh yeah,
she's slacking. So.
she's slacking. She's back home sleeping from all her shopping. Okay, so we did. Oh, what is the
Insp-
suspense level?
Suspense. I'm gonna do. I don't know, espresso to mocha, because it's like it's there, but
It's not. It's
Like-
more drama driven. I
Mhm.
think
yeah. I mean,
that the.
there's some suspenseful scenes
Mm-hmm.
towards the end, but not like and at the beginning I feel like
Mhm.
there was, but yeah.
What about the romance level?
I'll go mocha. Because it's there.
It's there. There's really only one scene that gets kind of...
Yeah.
And that's between Brody and Claire.
There was a scene though with Madeline and James. She's like touching his chest.
Oh,
that was very
at the
like
beginning. Yeah.
She's like, what? I was like, ooh la la.
Yeah, that one was probably a little ooh la la. But
yeah.
But it's like I said, like there, I couldn't. This is why.
But
I
it
kept
wasn't
Brody
like
and
overly.
Claire,
Yeah.
in there because I thought that's where I'm gonna get
your romance,
your high romance because she's not gonna be ready.
Yeah.
For it, so yeah, I forgot about that. That's right at the beginning because someone's chasing her.
Yeah.
And
but that part, I was like,
ooh,
yeah.
Interesting. Okay, what is your overall Lasso rating of Uncharted Trials?
If I could go more than 3, I would.
Oh,
go 3 'cause I really like this one. You did a great job.
Thank you.
Like I said, I couldn't put it down.
Good.
I had to stay up late.
I'm sorry that it kept you up till
No.
midnight.
It was good. It was good.
That's
For
awesome.
good reasons. I will stay up late.
Oh, well, thank you. Okay, and I just want to remind listeners that you can only find my books on my website, which is LiteraryScape.com, because I only do direct sales, mainly because I don't like the terms and conditions that Amazon and other places have. So that's where you can get my stuff, but you can also purchase ebook, and hopefully audiobook will be coming soon.
Oh.
That's a big project to undertake, so that's taking me a little bit longer. When you're an indie author, it just takes longer to do certain things. So we're working on that. And like I said, we've got our t-shirts for Unwavering Faith, but we have more merchandise coming out. I did not make a t-shirt with Uncharted Trials because I thought nobody wants to wear that on a t-shirt.
You made the Bounty Brothers.
Yeah, but we have things like we're working on creating a logo for the Circle 7 Ranch.
Oh, okay.
So we'll have things like that coming out soon. Pretty
Nice.
excited. We're also migrating to a new website, so that'll get rolled out. So the best way to keep up with me is actually my newsletter, which you can sign up for on my website because I don't have time for social media. I'm not a fan of it. It takes me forever to create an image and get a post, and I'm working 2 jobs right now outside of this, so it's kind of crazy. So anyways, enough about me. Thanks for reading them.
Yes.
Thanks for your kind and encouraging words, and I hope
Everybody
others
needs
enjoy it.
to get your book and read it. These series.
Yeah, so now everyone's begging for book 3, so that'll be out next
I can't wait.
year. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If so, please consider sharing our podcast. Every share helps us reach more readers and authors like you. Until next time, happy and blessed reading and writing.